Today I want to talk about essences. Actually, more specifically, I want to talk about a very specific scarab having to do with essences. Very recently, we did a farming strategy with essences and we combined essences with beasts, and it ended up going very well. But very recently, it has come to my attention that there's a scarab for essences that I have not been using. You probably haven't actually messed around with, and is actually really insane. And that scarab is the Essence Scarab of Adaptation. That scarab says imprisoned monsters released in areas grant a random essence modifier to another imprisoned monster in the area. Imprisoned monsters have increased difficulty and rewards for each essence modifier. Now that second line pretty much says that when you release an essence mob, it's going to be harder. It is going to drop more natural rewards, and it's going to be a little bit more of a pain to kill. That line, while relevant, is not what we're looking at. What we're actually looking at today is the imprisoned monsters released in areas grant a random essence modifier to another imprisoned monster in the area. What that means is when I farm essences and I release an essence mob, one of those essences will then be removed and copied or granted to another essence. So if I kill an essence and it has, just say, an essence of insanity or an essence of delirium, it takes that essence and moves it to another. Now, I have actually tested this farming strategy. I've actually done hundreds of maps with this scarab, and the results have been absolutely bonkers, literally bonkers. I never, ever write down profit per hour, but I really wanted to do some testing, some real testing when it comes to this scarab and how it works. And essentially, over the last 10 days or so, I've been doing pretty much nonstop essences. And I put a little breakdown in my Discord. So if you're not in my Discord, you probably missed this, and I'm going to include it today in this video. On September 25th, I ran about 100 maps worth of essences. It took about 5 hours. Each map took about 2 minutes, and I'll do some maps in this video so that you guys can see how the maps look and what to do. And this is pretty much the breakdown of what happened. Now, Wealthy Exile told me that I had 119 divs worth of essences, and then I bought 19 divs worth of blue juice to convert my essences over from bad to good ones. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we'll get there in a minute. After using the blue juice to convert my essences, I had 140 divs worth of essences and about 35k of blue juice left over. Pretty much, so I converted 140 divs of essences from 119. It cost me about 15 divs in blue juice, which gave me a 6 divine profit for converting over essences. From there, Wealthy Exile told me I had 140 divs worth of essences, and when I listed them on Faustus, well, my 140 divs pretty much became 209. Not including 11 divs worth of rage essences. And then pretty much the long story short, to save you some of the boringness, is I was making roughly 38 divs an hour running the essences with the adaptation scarab. Now, I did the old strategy, which I did with beasts, and then I compared it to this strategy today, and this one today blew my mind. It absolutely positively changed the entire game of essences for me and made essence farming just out of this world. To begin, our basic Atlas tree is very simple. We are taking all of the essence nodes. That's all that we care about. We just want all of the essence nodes. The only node that we are not taking is Crystal Resonance. Crystal Resonance says a map boss is granted a random essence modifier. Using Remnants of Corruption on prison monsters in your map replaces all essences with that of the same type. I think Crystal Resonance, while very good, is also extremely bad. And for what we're doing today, we definitely do not want Crystal Resonance. So this will be the only essence modifier or essence node that we are not taking. Everything else on the tree is pretty straightforward. We take all the map effect modifiers because you never know, you just want to drop some extra good stuff. We take a bunch of Scarab nodes. We take, very basic Eater of Worlds nodes on the off chance, knock on wood, we hit a Divine Altar. And we're taking Ritual. Ritual is not to run the ritual, but ritual is to add more natural inhabitants to our mobs for our Essence Scarab of Calcification. Outside of the Atlas tree, which there is a link for down below, we will have access to our scarabs. Now, we mentioned the Essence Scarab of Adaptation. We talked greatly about what that does, and we're going to be pairing that with an Essence Scarab of Calcification. Now, the Essence Scarab of Calcification says that rare monsters that are natural inhabitants in the areas are imprisoned by essences. This goes hand in hand with Ritual, as Ritual adds natural inhabitants to our map. So all of the natural monsters on our map become essence or calcified, monsters. We're then going to pair this with that our Remnants of Corruption can only result in upgrading or transforming essences. This means that every time I corrupt an essence, it can either become upgraded to Deafening, or it could become, you know, the nice corrupted essences. If you don't know what the corrupted essences are, those are the Essence of Insanity, Essence of Horror, Essence of Delirium, and Essence of Hysteria. Those essences come from using a Remnant of Corruption on an essence, and you'll see that in this video. And we are attempting to corrupt the Scorn, Envy, Misery, and Dread essences, or also known as Meds, Misery, Envy, Dread, and Scorn. So these 4 essences we will be aiming to corrupt to convert them to these. And then we're going to be pairing it with essences in our areas are a tier higher. This is what really kicks all our essences up. Now, due to a recent change in patch notes, essences used to be run on tier 1 maps, and that is no longer the case because of the way that essences are. Right now, the best way to run essences is in a tier 6 map. You want to do yellow tier maps because that is the minimum level requirement for essences to be the highest level tier that they can be. And in today's video, we're going to be focusing on Strand because we want to do 2-minute maps. If your character is not strong enough for tier 16 maps to pretty much one-shot these essences, I highly recommend tier 6 Strands. I did a test in tier 6 Strands and I did a test in tier 16 Strands because our focus is only in essences. Everything else, it was ignored in terms of profit. Essences are pretty much just going to be one cost and one cost alone, whether it be tier 6 tier or tier 16. Now, essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using these 4 Essence Scarabs, and we're going to be pairing them very nicely with a Scarab of Adversaries. This one says that there are 4 additional packs of rare monsters, so we get 8 additional Essence Scarabs, and we're going to be running, like I mentioned, tier 16 Strands or tier 6s if you are doing lower tier maps, and we're going to be doing them scoured. We want to go into our map, and we want to get out of our map, and we want to go in and out as fast as possible. We do not want to waste any time at all, and we want to be doing very, very, very quick maps. We're going to make sure that we're on our right atlas tree. We're going to make sure that we're on our right map, and then we're going to come down over here, and we're going to click Essence on our map device for 4 additional Scarabs. Now, the nature of the game is to go into this map and do it as fast as possible. We do not want to waste time with Beast. We do not want to waste time with anything else. We do not want to waste time with Ritual. We want to go in, find an Essence, and leave. So we're going to do exactly that. We're going to get going, and we're going to run right over here to our essences. You'll see right away, this is already all deafening, so we're just going to open this up, and we're going to loot our essences, and then we're going to look here. We're going to see if there's any purple ones. We're going to go purple, 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 purple. None of these are purple, and then we're going to click on this, and then we're going to just, you know, kill it right away, and we're going to loot our essences. We're going to come over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to double check for any Misery, Essence, Scorn, or Dreads. None of those are here, and then we're going to click on this and release them. Now, every time we release one of these essences is moving to another essence somewhere in the map. So one of these essences somewhere is going to get one of these mods, and one of these is going to get one of these mods. And sometimes you'll notice when they move. Now, this essence has a Scorn, and we're going to corrupt this. We're going to try to get it to go over. It didn't go over. We're going to open this one up right away. We're going to kill it. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We have an Envy. We're going to try to convert it. It became an Insanity. And there's our corrupted essences. Corrupted essences are very, very, very expensive. Here's an Envy. We're going to click it. It becomes a Horror. And we're going to loot these. And we're going to come over here. We're going to check. Nothing there. We're going to kill this. We're going to grab this. And then we're going to move on over. Check again. No Misery, Envy, Scorn, or Dread. Click this. Move on over. Do the same thing here. And this is all that we're doing. We're just coming here. We're looking for the essence mobs. And we're killing them, and we're leaving. We're not worried about anything else. We're not worried about any of the other loot. If you drop some nice loot, you're really happy to loot it, but we're not trying to spend a whole... Oh, here you go. We're not trying to spend a whole lot of time in our map. Right there, Essence of Horror on an uncorrupted essence. This is how you know the Essence Scarab of Adaptation is working. You get another look at Essence of Horror, and when I kill this, it has a chance to move the Essence of Horror again to another Essence monster. There you go, working in real time. Now we come over here, we click on this, we do that one, we don't get anything, we click on this, we kill it, and then we loot our essences. There you go, it worked in real time. I've come out of maps with 10 corrupted essences, 12 corrupted essences, 8 corrupted essences, and it becomes very noticeable, very, very, very quick, and it just becomes really, really, really good profit. there's a Scorn. We corrupt it, becomes an Essence of Horror, and we hope the Essence of Horror moves on over. Over here, no good ones. And then we just kill it. We loot our Essence. We check. We get to the end of the map. Now on Strand, I've never seen an Essence in the boss room. So you're pretty much usually okay. Sometimes they peak, sometimes they don't. And that's the nature of the whole map. You see that we got 3 Essence of Horror, which is about a Divine, with the Essence of Insanity, plus a bunch of extra maps, which ended up going really, really, really good. Now, this map took us roughly 2 minutes and 52 seconds with our yapping, and we're going to go into this map again, and we're going to just focus on corrupting and going, and we're not going to waste a whole lot of time, because the nature of what we're trying to do is we're attempting to, there's an Insanity, we're attempting to pretty much just go into a map, not waste any time at all, look at everything, corrupt it, and just go next. The faster that you can do essences and the faster that you can move them over and the faster that you can go next will just benefit you greatly in the long run, because the goal is to do as many maps as we can per hour. And I was averaging about 20 maps an hour. That's with looting, yapping, talking to Twitch chat, getting a drink of water, going to the bathroom, taking trades, and doing pretty much all kinds of crazy stuff, including loading times on my computer. In my excitement, I accidentally closed out of the game by pressing escape to close my window. But you saw right then and there, the Essence, after we did what we were doing, literally moved over to the Essence right next to us. It was really embarrassing. I pressed the escape key to close out my inventory, and I ended up pressing it too many times and closed out my game. How actually embarrassing. But even with accidentally doing that, our map time is still relatively quick. Come over here, we corrupt this, we kill this. Check over here, kill this, grab all of these, and that is the entirety of the map. You see that we're at a 2 minute and 1 second timer on our map. We're gonna come on over here and we're gonna dump all of our essences right away into our stash tab, and we're gonna run one more map. We're gonna put our map in, we're gonna come down to Essence, we're gonna open up with essences, and we're gonna go run one more quick map, nice and easy, just to showcase how to do it again. And then we come here, check for meds, no misery, envy, scorn, or dread. Come on over, we're gonna skip all of that. We're gonna do this one, we're gonna do this one, we're gonna kill them. We're gonna come on over here, check this, kill this, grab this, check these, touch on those, come over here, look at this, kill this. Nice, very simple, very easy. Essence Beast, I mean, okay, sounds good, I'll take it. Come over here, kill this, come over here, kill that. Oh man, so simple, so easy. And this is all that you're going to do. You're not going to stress, you're not going to worry. The goal is to literally do these as fast as humanly possible. And we do not want to spend any time at all worried about everything else going on. Come on over here. We're going to dump all of our stuff. And we'll actually, because that map was so fast, we'll do another one. That map took us an entire minute. Come on over here, open another map. And sometimes your maps will go quick. Sometimes they'll take a little bit longer. It really depends on the nature. Now, in terms of corrupted essences and how corrupted essences go in terms of the meds, getting corrupted essences is a little RNG. A lot of your profits will come from corrupted essences. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get a whole lot of corrupted essences, and sometimes, like you see here, you get a little unlucky and some of your essences don't really have a lot of the things, you know, a lot going on for them. Now, in terms of what else I should be corrupting, are there any other ones I should be corrupting? You can see on this essence right here, it is a lot of shrieking essences. We want to, you know, corrupt that to try to get more deafening essences, because deafening essences are pretty much the bread and butter of what we want. Come on over here, grab this, kill this. Come on over here, there's a dread, corrupt that, grab this, and then this is it. This is the whole farming strategy. It has been absolutely the simplest, easiest thing that I've managed to do. And with cutting out the beast and changing the map to this, pretty much you just get this very beautiful, very quick, straightforward shot of what you're trying to do without stressing and worrying about beasts and grabbing a whole bunch of other stuff. And it just ends up working out very, very, very good and very comfortably. And essences every day, constantly, even from the time that I recorded those last results, have stayed true and strong. Essence values actually go up the longer the league goes on and the less people that are playing, and the supply of essences becomes dwindling. Essences just become better and better to farm. Now you see again right there, the Essence of Horror moved over, and now we can re-corrupt this one to try to get this Dread to move over. Unfortunately, it didn't corrupt and move over, but we got another free Essence of Horror without having to worry. There's a Scorn, we click this, it becomes an Essence of Insanity. We come on over here, we kill this, and we just get to move on again to our next one. Nice big Essence. Okay, Headhunter, please. Headhunter, please. Corrupt it. Oh my God, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Double check, make sure we're not missing any essences, and that's it. That's the whole farming strategy. Now, the last little tidbit that I'm going to leave you guys with is this. I've recently released a video talking about Faustus and how to list your essences and things to do with your essences. And make sure when you list your essences for sale, you hold the Alt key, because if I were to not press the Alt key and I were to flip this ratio around, it would tell me to sell my Deafening Essence of Zeals at 68 to a Divine, when if I want to buy them, they are 44 to a Divine. And keep this in mind, this is very important. You can actually double, triple, quadruple check the prices that you're buying and selling it and make even more profit on your essences. The last major tiny little thing to do and to talk about is to convert your essences. I will leave you a list of essences that I convert over, and this list constantly changes. You need to price check your essences. Essentially, any essence that is 58 to a Divine, 57 to a Divine, like these Essences of Greed, you want to re-roll. These 45 to a Divine are pretty good. Essence of Scorn are 10 to a Divine, and anything that's really bad, like say Essence of Anguish, are 65 to a Divine. You take these over here to the Hoarding Crafting Station, you throw them in here, you bring some blue juice, and you click and you convert them into ones that pretty much go from 65 to a Divine to 42 to a Divine. And you do that for all of your essences, and you convert all of your bad essences to good essences. And then pretty much you go from having a bunch of essences at 54, 55 to a Divine to a bunch of essences that are essentially 40 to a Divine, 30 to a Divine, and you get a whole bunch of them that are just well worth keeping. These are 48. We could take that. That's better. Greed is bad. Loathings are good. Woes, I think woes are okay. Woes are 36. Whoa, baby, we're in. There's some enemies, and this is it, man. This is the whole strat. There's some Scorns, there's a Misery, there's a Wrath, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the easiest, very straightforward farming strategy that I've been doing. I have made hundreds and hundreds of Divines. It has funded all of my recent builds and projects, and I really encourage you guys to give it a shot. It is fast, it is quick, it is simple, it is pretty much brain off kill mobs. And with that, I leave you with this information. If this ended up working out well for you and you like this, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and then I'll be back with the next one. But for now, friends, I'm going to get this video out to you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.